Today on App Judgment, we take a look at the latest game to knock Angry Birds out of first place on the App Store.
This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by Busted Tees.
Welcome to App Judgment. I'm Graham, and today we're looking at the latest game to skyrocket to popularity on iDevices, Tiny Wings. Tiny Wings is a fun, quirky, and addictive game that jumped up the ranks practically overnight. Earlier this week, it even knocked Angry Birds out of the #1 spot on the iTunes Store. In Tiny Wings, you control an adorable little bird that dreams about flying. But since he has such tiny wings, he has to make do with sliding down hills and vaulting off of them to soar into the sky. Your job is to tap the screen to make the bird fold his wings and plummet back to the ground. The goal is to time your dive so the bird lands on the downslope of the hills. This increases your momentum and sends the bird soaring into the sky. Keep the momentum going and the bird will begin to gain speed, score bonuses, and rack up tons of points. The game is essentially a race. At the start of each game, you wake up your bird and you have exactly 1 day to see how far you can go, hopping from island to island before the night catches up to you. When the night falls, your bird goes to sleep and the game is over. Again, the trick is to time your dives perfectly to increase the bird's speed. The faster you go, the longer it takes for the night to catch up to you and the more likely you are to get a high score. And that's just the basics. There's lots more to cover like bonus points, objectives, and leveling up that make this game very addictive. We'll get to that right after we thank our sponsor.
Hey guys, we want to take a minute to tell you all about Busted Tees. The dudes over at College Humor set up this site as a depot for funny shirts back in 2004, and they've been putting out some of the most awesome shirt designs you're going to find all over the internet.
That's right.
All of the internet.
It's pretty cool. Doesn't matter if you're into video games, movies, geography, politics, science fiction, or just wrapping your torso in something weird. Busted Tees literally has you covered.
And no one loves Busted Tees more than a special guest who visited us at Revision 3.
Yeah.
Winning. Wow, what does that mean?
Hi, Charlie.
Sorry, my life is so much more bitchin' than yours.
Hey, still looking for another goddess?
I don't remember. Change it. Change everything.
Do you want to smoke, Mr. Sheen?
Shut up. Shut up.
Mr. Sheen, absolute pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for coming.
I've just answered to a higher calling. Winning?
That Sheen guy, he's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think we may have ruined negotiations with him, though, with our fashion sense. I think he walked in knowing he was going to get it.
You think so?
Yeah, we may have played our hand a little too soft.
All right. Head over to bustedtees.com right now. Enter the promo code AppJudgment and receive 10% off your order.
That's $1 for every $1. I just figured that out.
There are several ways to rack up points and speed through a game of Tiny Wings. You can collect coins, land on blue orbs for a speed boost, you score bonus points every time you jump high enough to touch the clouds, you can chain multiple jumps for mighty jumps, and if you perform 3 mighty jumps in a row, you'll unlock Fever Mode, which doubles your points until you lose momentum. Completing objectives will also allow you to upgrade your nest. This increases the multiplier applied to your score, and that is the genius of Tiny Wings. The longer you play the game, the more points you stand to make. It makes you want to keep coming back for more. And there's no denying that Tiny Wings is addictive. Landing several jumps in a row can be an almost zen-like experience. Add in the beautiful visuals and the calm, flowing background music, and you've got a perfect mix for a casual game. So are you thinking about buying Tiny Wings? Here's a breakdown of the pros and cons. The pros, this game is beautifully done. The artwork is great, and the Tiny Wings character is adorable by anyone's standards. The music is catchy and mesmerizing, and the sound effects are quirky and fun. The only con I have is really just a missing feature. Much of the fun of this game lies in seeing who among your circle of friends can get the highest score, and that would be a lot easier if Tiny Wings had support for leaderboards on the iOS Game Center. The current version, version 1.0, does not, but the developer has said that Game Center support is definitely coming in the game's first update. If you haven't done so already, you should download Tiny Wings. It's a steal at $1 and you'll have hours of fun with it. So what's your high score? Let me know on Twitter @GrahamHancock or email us at appjudgment@revision3.com. And for more app reviews, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, friend us on Facebook, and follow the show on Twitter. You can also find us on our homepage at revision3.com/appjudgment. Thanks for watching.